Hello and welcome to the Sisters for Fitness Wellness Show. I'm Stephanie Gaines-Bryant. Our guest today is Amanda Robinson. She is a certified health educator and a Reiki master. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, I just told you I've never talked to a Reiki master before. So let's start off with the basics. What is Reiki?
Okay, so Reiki is, the best way to explain it is universal energy healing. Reiki is love of God. It is intelligent, and it is something that is just universal. It's there. It's just a way of tapping into it. What Reiki isn't is a religion. It is not hypnosis or massage. It is a it's a healing practice.
So you do, though, work with your hands with the energy healing. How does that work?
Okay, so when someone comes to see me, basically what happens is we talk a little bit. They get on the table. I check and read if there's any imbalances, what's going on. So they give me an idea, but then their body will give me more of an idea what's going on. I have grounded myself prior to them coming, which means I've settled in and asked for the Reiki to, from above, the universe, from God, to come through me and into my hands. And I place my hands on specific parts of their body, starting from the head, working the way down, and I'll feel the sensations because Reiki is so powerful and so intelligent. It knows where to go. And I just kind of like allow it to work through me.
What do the chakras, the 7 chakras, have to do with Reiki?
Okay, so yeah, let's go to the 7 chakras. Oops, let's go back.
Mm-hmm.
There.
There we go, the 7 chakras.
So there's way more than 7, but they're main 7 chakras. And it starts, the first chakra is, as you see right here, the root chakra. And that has a specific meaning too. So it's more like grounding, protecting. If it's off balance, it will send all the other ones off balance as well. Then you have the next one, and that color represents black or red. So different stones that you use, black or red, will help strengthen that chakra. Then the next one is the solar, is the sacral chakra, sorry. That color represents orange. And so orange, you would wear orange, you would eat orange, you would put orange essential oils, or you can wear a certain stone that will help strengthen that as well. So if that's off balance, that could, maybe your creativity, maybe you're stuck. It could also represent sexuality. I work with a lot of women that have trauma or wound healing. Wound healing is basically, it could be our mother, or it could be some trauma that we had in the wound. The next one is the solar plex. That is orange. I mean yellow, that's yellow. With yellow, you would eat lemons. You could wear citrine. That is your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself. The next one is the heart chakra. That color's green. So if you're having issues with love, giving or receiving, self-love, that could, you could be grieving as well, a loss. And so that chakra would also could be imbalanced. Or maybe you do too much love. It could be excessive. Maybe you're just giving and giving and giving. But that is very depleted a lot in women, you know, because we do give a lot and we don't do a lot of self-care. We have problems receiving. Then we have the throat chakra. That's blue, or it could be aquamarine. That's what I'm holding right now. Sometimes we don't speak our truth. You know, we hold back. We want to say something, but we don't, and it can be clogged, and you'll feel it. You know, you'll feel it clogged. Or it could be at work, it could be at home, communications. Oh, I know I should say this to my boss, but I better not. So that could also be an imbalance. Or it can be excessive. Some people talk, but they're not being heard. The next one is the third eye. That can be excessive if you're not sleeping well, you're overthinking. That's when it's really excessive, and that it's more like an indigo color. Mm-hmm. And there's also stones that you could use, like amethyst. That's a good one for the third eye. Then the next one is the crown. That's the last. That is how you relate and how do you identify with the divine, with your religion, with spirituality. If that is closed, it can also send disruption in all the chakras. So my job while you're on the table is to read the messages that your chakras are telling me. It could be talking about your digestion, what you're eating, what not to eat. Sometimes I'll hear things from the chakras that, you know, take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. It's a very, very, very soft, very quiet sound that I hear. That's why it's important that it's not about me, that I'm really listening to the messages to give the person to help them heal, to better heal.
What's the average thing you run across when you're dealing with people? Is there something that's common that people are suffering from the most, especially women?
Yeah, I would say the heart chakra and the third eye. And how you would really work with that is giving yourself, I would tell people, especially women, fill your cup back up. You don't always have to wait for somebody to fill your cup. Or you can ask, please fill my cup up, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So we sometimes will give things out of the need of wanting to be loved, liked, admired, adored. But we have to love, like, adore ourselves. So,
what are the benefits? What are the health benefits of Reiki?
Oh, there are many benefits. The first thing is, if you're in this stress mode, if you are running around and you're not taking care of yourself, especially this time of year, your immune system is low. So what Reiki does is help restore and balance. And it takes you into a calm state so healing can begin in the body. If you are running around or if you're stressed out, your body is working and being depleted from the adrenals, and you will feel fatigue, run down and sick, or it could be emotional. So it helps heal on the mind, body, and spirit.
How long is a session? Are we talking about an hour, 2 hours? How does that work?
Most sessions run no more than 90 minutes. And that is us having a conversation before, especially during the first initial conversation, getting some history, and then we go into the session. That usually lasts about 45 minutes to an hour, the actual on the table. Then we talk afterwards. We do some self-care.
So do you work from head to toe, or
yes.
do you focus on a particular area of the person's body? How does that work?
Well, like we talked about a little bit before with distance healing, where Reiki is sent through time to another person that's not in my table, I will work on a specific area. So if someone says, oh, you know, my back hurts, or I have this pain, and I can send it to a specific area. But mostly it's really balancing out the whole body from head to toe. But I will ask, is there a need that you want me to focus on? Because you know, maybe my wrist hurts or my shoulder hurts, so I'll send Reiki there as well. So I'll do an overall, and then I'll do like some immediate spots.
So do you, does it take several sessions or one session?
That's a good question. I have my clients usually come like they would do a monthly massage. So they're doing the self-care, self-love maintenance. You know, hey, I'm in balance, so I have some clients that just come once a month. But then there are people who really need more because there's an issue. Maybe they're like very stressed out, or they having a particular ailment of their body, and I usually recommend every 2 weeks.
So we talked off air about the fact that you can do Reiki from anywhere, that the energy is not confined to one place. It's a universal energy. How does that work again?
Yeah, so again, it's so amazing that this love has no boundaries, no time. So you can Reiki the past, like if there was a trauma that happened. It's not going to get rid of the trauma, but it'll get rid of the emotions or the pain of it, and the future as well, if you're worried about something. The way it works is, if somebody says, I would like some distant healing, first you ask permission to tap into their energy. That's first and foremost. You need permission. I ask them to be still. They could either lie down, or they could, you know, be in the chair. But no distractions, no talking on the phone and all that stuff. It just helps the energy go through. And as they're doing that, I write their name. And if I haven't met them before, I try to get a picture. So I have something in their mind. And we talk a little bit. And I would imagine that they're on the table and I'm doing the same thing that I would do on the table, just sending them energy. And then I'll also get messages, oh, you know, seems like there's a concern with your digestion, or are you eating right? Because the third chakra is is sending me a message. And so that's usually what will happen. So it's a shorter, it's not a 90-minute. I ask people to just prepare for 30 minutes of just lying down, being still as I send it. I usually follow up later with a call. You know, did you notice anything different? And I usually get very good response.
What are some of the home care things that you can do in addition to the Reiki to kind of help add on to the benefits of that? Or were you talking about, you just mentioned massages, could it possibly be meditation or yoga? What are some of the other things you can do to help enhance the effects of Reiki?
Well, the first and foremost, of course, is self-care, self-love. Meditation is really good for practicing stillness, so the body can readjust and realign itself and get permission, because it's wise. We don't hear our body because we're so distracted by so many different things. So yoga is very good, meditation. Listen to what your body is saying to you. For example, let's say, I know people say, you know, every time I eat McDonald's, I get sick. Just stop eating McDonald's.
It's common sense. It's common sense,
you know,
yes.
Every time I have milk, I have to take a lactate pill. Your body's saying, I don't want milk. You know, so we have to listen to what our body's saying. And some of the other things that I recommend, of course, I said some stones. So if someone comes in. And,
why are stones good?
oh, there's a lot of energy healing in stones, and they have properties. Citrine is very good for the solar plex and the sacral chakra. It helps, so the properties that are in stones will help to nurture that chakra that you might need. A really good stone I recommend is black tourmaline. It helps repel negativity.
So do you hold the stone while you're meditating, or what do you wear the stone? What do you do with the stone?
Yeah, you can do that. As you see, I wear stones. The first thing you want to do when you get a stone, a crystal, is to wash it. If it's one that you can just use to take some water and just wash it, just because you don't know who's been touching it.
Yes.
Right? And then you want to activate it by putting it in, let's say, the sunlight. Sun and moon has beautiful energy. You sleep with it under the pillow. You connect with it. So it's your stone. You don't want a lot of people touching it either, right? Because they're picking up energies everywhere.
Yes,
right?
it is.
And when you say, you know, I'm not vibing right with that person, your energy and that person are on two different vibrations, and that's why it doesn't feel good. That's why you don't connect with them, because there's different levels of vibration, and low-level vibration is negativity, jealousy, gossiping. All of that is low level. When you start elevating, then it's like, that doesn't sit well with me. And that's what we try to do, is elevate. So also the things you eat, fresh fruits and vegetables. So if it is maybe the throat chakra that's stuck, blueberries, you know, something blue will help. If it's the heart, greens, you know, have a green shake, or have more spinach, things like that. So you eat your colors, eat your chakras is very good.
Does every person have a chakra that's more active than another? Like in me, a certain chakra may be more pronounced than the other one.
Yeah, everybody's different. Everyone that walks in the healing space is different because of their lifestyle, their thoughts, their behaviors, their experiences. But like I said, what I see most is in women, it can vary, but the heart chakra, the throat chakra, also in the wound if there's been some trauma, you know, or maybe they didn't have a great relationship with their mother. So it doesn't have to actually be trauma, but it could be an experience they had with that love connection with their mother.
How do we carry experiences even when they're over?
Oh, so, and then there's a way to let go of them too, right? So we carry them, emotions stay in our body. the way we carry the experiences, we hold on to something and we haven't, sometimes it's things that we don't even remember.
Exactly.
You know, but
it's on a subconscious level.
Yeah, it's on a subconscious level, but we know that something's not right. So the first thing to do is really like identify what's not right. What is this feeling that I'm having? And the spirit will tell you, you know, like for example, if you have fear, fear is related to the root chakra. You're afraid, you have a phobia or something, you don't know why. There's things that you can do and different people that you could work with, even Reiki, that can help you like relate to that. And then you want to let it go. And so even if you don't know what it is, you just know you have fear, you want to release it.
Does that energy go into you if the person is letting go?
Well,
how does that work?
Yeah, that could happen if I don't protect myself. I could pick up somebody else's energy, and I used to do that. So I'm what you called also an empath. So you think of empathetic, you care about people, you're an empath. And I used to pick up everybody's energy, but I didn't understand it. So now what I do is I actually, every day, I protect myself. I ask the universe to like protect me with, you know, universal love. So I can still relate to you, I can still love you, but I don't have to take in, you know, things that no longer serve me. When we release in Reiki, when someone's on the table or I'm doing a Reiki healing, it goes down to Mother Earth. It goes to the ground. And because Mother Earth is so wise, it restores it and knows exactly what to do with it. So it's not like it's floating out there, you know, waiting for somebody else to pick it up. We actually remove it and send it on its way.
What got you into this? What made you become a Reiki master?
It's been a long journey. But I'll tell you the beginning of it, of everything, was when my mom passed away, almost 5 years ago. And I saw my mom take her last breath. And from that, I went into learning about meditation, because I learned about the breath and how important stillness was. And then from there, it just like started evolving. But I could tell you one thing that was pretty significant was I got tired of feeling bad. And so I asked and prayed to God. I was like, okay, show me what I need to do. And then I realized that I was a healer. And that's one of the reasons why I went through so many things, is because so I can identify with what other people are going through. So I have so many like clients, and there's so much more to do. There's so much healing, because in this world that we live in now, it's a lot of negativity. So I never worry about, you know, oh, somebody else is going to take my clients. There's enough to go around, plenty of
What do
healing.
you say to people who say, oh, that's nothing but junk science?
Yeah, I say that if you don't know, it's easy to say that. If you don't experience it, I know a lot of people, especially religions or people in the church, that they're taught that's not good. That's not good. That you don't tap into that. But what I believe is that Jesus said we can all heal. And so we all have this ability to heal ourselves and heal others. It's just a matter of training. It's a matter of wanting to know. It's a matter of reading. And when you experience it, because it's not a religion, you become a believer. It's like, well, this is nothing more than I learned in church. It's just that I'm able to do it. You know, I'm able to go somewhere and get relief.
How does it work for people who are in hospice situations, who you said you saw your mother pass away? How has Reiki helped you in dealing with things like that? What's the energy when people are about to cross over? And how does that energy, and how can you make that energy work for both parties, letting the loved one know it's okay to go now?
Yeah. So Reiki is in a lot of hospice situations. And like I said earlier, seeing my mom pass, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be in the movies, where people just take a breath and slowly just go. I've never seen that. It could possibly be, but that wasn't my experience. It was hard for that spirit to let go of the body. She was in hospice about a week and a half, and I witnessed it. And I wish at that time I knew Reiki, where I could help her release and say, it's okay. So I'm sending love and saying it may be scary. Sometimes maybe people don't want to go. They want to stay. They want to be around their loved ones. And it's a matter of just saying, it's okay. It's okay. You know, you give them Reiki and you help them transition. You help them move on. For the person who has to deal with the grief, Reiki is very good sending to the heart chakra for grief. And now grief is it's natural to grieve. So it's not a matter of don't grieve, it's just helping. So Reiki is very intelligent, it knows where to go, and it knows how to give for all that is good. So I use Reiki not for me, I mean I do it on myself, but when I have a client, it is all that is good, for all that is to serve you, to help you let go and transition. And some people have a hard time letting go of things that they have identified with for so long. Or why would I forgive someone who hurt me? You know.
How about children? How can Reiki help with children?
Oh, I love that. This is like my next venture is with children. It helps them with concentration, anxiety. We're finding so many children have anxiety, stress, depression. You have all of this social media. They don't feel heard and loved. And so Reiki helps children with ease, with learning how to relax and let go. I practice it on my granddaughter. As a Reiki master, I can now train people. And one of the first people I want to start training is little people, because sometimes they can't communicate when they're feeling bad. But what they can do is they can give themselves some Reiki. They can heal and help and not even talk to someone. They could be in school and having an anxiety attack, and they can just breathe and send themselves some love.
So it has a lot to do with breath work as well.
Well, yes, it does. The breath to me is the energy, the life force that goes through, right? So I would say, yes, so Reiki is that universal energy. The breath just helps you relax and helps you let the Reiki flow through. So you breathe in, the exhale is to let go of what doesn't serve you.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. So we've talked about how it works for children. We've talked about how Reiki can work for people who are in hospice situations. And, you know, we've just got a lot of people who are walking around with stressful lives. For example, people were very stressed recently with the whole government shutdown thing.
Yes.
And trying to cope, just trying to deal with everyday things. How do you incorporate that into your everyday life?
So for individuals who want to, first of all, for the shutdown, I had offered free distant healing Reiki for government workers, contract workers, because they don't know how to get out of their what if. What if? Oh my goodness, how am I going to handle this? I didn't prepare for it. The mortgage, everything. And it's like, okay, all right, let's just breathe. Let's just focus on letting it go, right? Because right now is what's important. And right now you're healthy. Right now you have we start looking at all the gratitude. So that's the first thing, is to get out of stress mode, to get out of that. And then when we get on that, then we ask for the universal healing to flow through and help us balance. When we're more balanced, when our energy is restored, then we could think about, okay, well, wait a minute, there may be a different way.
And the whole purpose of this is to balance that energy.
Yes. When you are balanced, when you're restored because you have some depletion going on, you're able to, one, you're more healthier, mind, body, spirit. Right? You're not stressed. When you're stressed, you're not going through problem solving. You're in, oh my goodness, what am I good? And you stop breathing, and all types of things start happening in the body. So Reiki is a great tool to use, but it's not the only one you have available. And the breath work, the meditation, and those are things that you can do where you don't have to leave your house. But it's a learning how to just restore. So when my clients come and go, okay, this is what, I recommend. This is what I suggest. And the first thing is to relax and know that all is well. That God isn't going to leave you, right? The universe has got your back. So why are we stressing, right? Because I've been through some of those things.
Yes, the unknown.
Yeah.
We want to know everything that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Every minute we want to know, and that's not, unfortunately, as we get older, that's not how it works. That is not how it works.
One of the best things that I learned was how to let life unfold. And because I was not controlling of other people, but situations, like you said, I wanted to know. I had to have everything planned out. And then when it didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen, now I'm stressed out because I had this plan. And there's a learning in life. So now, every disappointment, love loss, I go, thank you. What a beautiful teacher. What a beautiful teacher. I just learned something about myself or a situation. So everything is a lesson. And if we look at life as a lesson, we're more ready to deal with what comes next.
My last question to you is, how do you keep yourself balanced? You're working with people all day with all different types of situation. And as we mentioned earlier, that stuff to a point has to get to you at some point in time. How do you keep yourself cleansed? How do you keep yourself balanced?
Yeah, so I'm still this beautiful, loving spirit like everybody else is in a body that deals with ego, right? So the first thing is make sure I check my ego when I get upset. Okay, so what's really going on here? That's the first thing, self-awareness. Self-awareness. After a session with someone, I clean myself. I mean, of course I clean myself, but I cleanse.
You're cleansing.
I cleanse myself. And so one of the things I do, one is I soak my feet in Epsom salt. It's a very good release. And then when I do a shower, I do a cleansing shower. And so the water is going through me, and I can feel the energy because water is very cleansing, and it's washing away anything that might attach itself to me. I wear stones, I eat healthy, I rest, and the biggest thing is stillness.
Girl, that word is so powerful. If I could get the world to see how just a few minutes of stillness a day can change your life.
Yeah. And not when you're asleep. You know, some people, oh yeah, I'm still, I meditate when I'm asleep. No, that's not the same.
You have to be awake.
Yes, wake up, exactly.
Yes, you have to be awake in your stillness.
Yes. And then what'll happen is, because people say, oh, you know, I can't be still. Oh, I got a lot of things going on. When you're still and calm, that's when everything speaks to you.
It does indeed. We don't ever have enough time to talk about stuff like this.
I know.
Our guest today has been Amanda Robinson, and she is a Reiki master, and we've been talking about using Reiki to heal yourself.
Yes, yes.
You've been watching the Sisters for Fitness Wellness Show. I'm Stephanie Gaines-Bryant. Have a great day.